You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. As Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. All right, folks, there's also going to be a story out of the Bay Area. Yesterday, we told you about the black man who was waiting to catch a train to work. He was handcuffed and cited for eating a breakfast sandwich on a train station platform in California. Well, the backlash prompted the Bay Area Rapid Transit General Manager Bob Powers to issue an apology, saying that while the officer who stopped and detained the man was doing his job, he was disappointed with how the situation unfolded. Now, do we have the video? We have the video. Go ahead and roll it, because for many of you may not have seen the video. It actually makes no sense whatsoever as his brother was detained. I mean, it was really good. I'm going to pull the video up in a second. It was really silly, the fact that, okay, yes, if you got a rule, say you look, you can't eat on train stations, okay, got it. But essentially, he rolled up on the dude and created a much larger situation.
It was harassment. Yeah. It's no ifs, ands, and
buts. So there's some people who haven't seen this, so go ahead and roll the video, so then we'll talk about it.
Bro, let my shit
You
go.
are detained and you're not free to go. Which part of that
go,
even?
bro, you come up here and fuck with me. You single me out out of all these people.
You're eating.
Bro, so what?
It's against the law.
So what?
I tried
It'll
to
be done
explain
working
that to
on
you.
BART. Let my shit go.
It's a
bro.
violation of
What the shit
California
you
law.
want? Bro, can you
I have the
let my
right
back-
to detain you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Can you please let my backpack go?
Are you going to cooperate?
Yeah,
So you cooperate and leave me the fuck
You're
alone?
going to go into jail.
I'm not going to jail for eating a fucking sandwich.
No, for resisting arrest.
I'm not resisting arrest.
You are
I haven't
resisting
done
right
anything
now.
wrong. I haven't done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong.
You can argue that
I've
with
done
the
nothing
judge.
wrong. Let my bag go.
Just let.
Let my bag go, bro. What are you, bro? What is this nigga doing,
Yeah,
bro?
we
Let
got a
my
guy eating
bag
on the
go.
platform is uncooperative. Somebody's got to eat.
Bro, bring him up here then.
Stop.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna continue with my sandwich, bro. I do this shit every fucking morning. Every morning, bro. Let my bag go.
Yeah, why is there a store downstairs selling food if we're not allowed to eat up here?
Why is there a store downstairs?
And does it not say on, there's no signs here that mark that we can't eat on the platform?
You came up here and
Where is there a sign up here that says we can't eat on the platform? Where is there a sign up here? Where is there a sign up here, sir? Excuse me. Where is a sign up here that says that we can't eat on the platform? We know that we can't eat on the train.
People come up here and eat every
But where?
fucking day,
Where is
drinking
there a sign
coffee and
that
all that
says
shit. Let my bag go, bro.
Is there a chance
You ain't got no, bro. You ain't got no, bro. You ain't got no reasonable cause to fuck
Is there
with
a
me,
chance you could allow me to talk?
bro. Let go of my bag.
You are detained and you're not free to go.
I'm not
Okay,
detained.
you're
I
gonna
haven't
end
done
up going
nothing
to
wrong.
jail.
I've done nothing wrong.
You are detained.
Stop.
Single me
Stop.
out.
You're
For
under
what?
to go into
For
jail,
what?
my man.
Detained for what?
For eating. It's illegal.
Stop.
It's a violation of
Stop.
California law. I've already said that. Yeah.
I do this shit every morning, bro. Watch out.
Just trying to go to
You come up
work.
here every
Just
fucking
trying to go to
morning
work, eating a
drinking coffee,
sandwich
bro. You come
at
here
8
fucking
o'clock
out.
in the morning.
Bro, let my bag go.
Okay, now here's what was crazy. The woman says, show me the sign. Then the officer all of a sudden, again, this is a perfect example of how police officers must learn how to de-escalate.
Yes.
That's a simple conversation. Sir, I just want you to understand. Nothing's gonna happen, but you can't eat on the train.
Yeah.
If you can't eat even on the platform, it's a way you approach that. But far too many officers in situations like this here, they know their power, they know the law, they know the moment you say no or you pull up, you're being detained. He tried to say he was resisting. That's the go-to line every time a cop does something, Kelly. Every time.
It just makes absolutely no sense to me. And I keep saying this on your show, but I have to reiterate it every time I see a video like this. If you cannot be in a client-facing job such that you have to treat everyone a certain way equally and equitably, you shouldn't have that job. Like, this person wasn't doing anything. There were no signs saying don't eat. It doesn't make sense to say don't eat on the platform. It makes sense to say don't eat on the train. And there are receptacles around. Like, I've been to a station like that. I've been in the Bay Area, and there are receptacles everywhere for trash when you eat, and you throw it away and you get on the train. I don't understand why that early in the morning this man just felt Like, oh, let me just grab this man's bag and hold him up from eating breakfast on his way to work.
Well, I can easily tell you why, because there's a culture in this country that's been going on for about 30 or 40 years that has given so much power to police officers that has taken away individual powers to people. And I respect officers and the job they have to do. However, it's been such that, officers are allowed to just assume you're doing something wrong. Like, honestly said, you don't have any reasonable suspicion. He doesn't even need it anymore because Supreme Court, conservative Supreme Court justices, I should say, have pulled back all the rights of the Fourth Amendment. You might, which means that you're supposed to be free from unreasonable search and seizures. I think you eating there has no valid reason for you to be pulled over to say you were doing something major other than eating. But in this country right now, officers can do what's called a pretext, meaning you can make up any other reason. Everybody is going to violate some law at some point because there's thousands of them everywhere, and so an officer can just pick from one and just say you were doing that, resisting arrest, and then find reason to arrest you. We have a problem. We're not, we don't believe in freedom in this country for all people, particularly when it comes to people of color. Because otherwise the Fourth Amendment would apply equally. I guarantee you, Roland, if the law was being applied this way in the richest neighborhoods in the country that weren't neighborhoods of color, Fourth Amendment would be upheld completely. It would be there. But since it's being done to black and brown communities, people are just okay with it.
It's just basic. And first of all, look, the apologies because they know they look like some damn fools.
Absolutely. You can't detain somebody for a sandwich. Like, he didn't, suspect that there was a gun. He didn't, it was over a sandwich. That's an easy conversation, like you stated. Walk up to the guy, say, look, in the future, please don't eat on the platform, and they'll say, where's the sign? Be like, look, I'm just the guy who enforces certain things. Maybe go back and talk to your superiors about putting a sign up. Because to me, that doesn't make any sense that that's a rule and you can't see that it's a rule. Again, I would have eaten there. I would have
pure BS.
I would have nibbled on the train. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things, if I can't do it, you need to make me aware.
But at the end of the day, you simply can just say, hey, just want to give you a warning. You can't eat on the train. Can't eat on the platform.
Is there no drinking?
You don't.
Like, honestly, can you drink a coffee?
Go.
So to just a couple of points, it's probably illegal to drink or have food, eat food within the system. I know that's the case here in D.C.
But to the woman's point, on the platform, does it mean platform in the station, on the train?
I think in D.C. it's throughout the entire system. Even if you're on the platform, if you're on the train, I think it's illegal. What the officer did, he did what he did because he could, and it was harassment. Now, I'm sure they've seen many people before eat things on the train. He didn't have to detain him. And then the look of him holding his bag, it's like something like a child almost. Yeah. He's sitting holding his bag where he's saying, no, dude, bro.
And then explain to the judge. Explain to the judge. It's like,
and they're going to laugh that off.
And it could get even worse. Look, the Sandra Bland case was an example of this, but it was taken to another level.
Yes.
She did nothing but she turned her signal and slowed down. She slowed down.
No, and actually that didn't happen.
Right.
That didn't happen. He followed her, waiting for her to do something.
Exactly.
And because he was behind her for such a long period of time, she got over and he claimed illegal lane change.
But the point is well stated, but like they can make up any reasons. The point here, and this is why I want to tell people it's really important to understand why it's important to vote in elections, why Supreme Court justices matter, because these rulings have pulled it back where police have so much power that it doesn't matter. So people need to know this is why it matters. Don't tell me it doesn't vote. Don't tell me your vote doesn't matter.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment. Hey, folks, as the momentum around marijuana grows around the country, the folks at marijuanastock.org have already reached more than half of their funding goal for their hemp CBD investment. That's right. If you want to take advantage of this great opportunity, you need to do it now because it won't last much longer. If you don't know, I'm talking about the hemp plant, the good cousin to marijuana, with a much higher concentration of CBD. That means hemp gives you all the medical benefits of marijuana without getting you high. Also, if you don't know, hemp farming is now legal in the United States, creating one of the largest commodities worldwide. Folks, it's an incredible investment opportunity, and that's where the folks at 420 Real Estate come in. Their business model is simple. They buy land that supports hemp CBD grow operations and lease it to high-paying tenants. That's right, they are hemp CBD landlords, and you can get in on the action. Of course, as hemp continues to change the economic landscape, 420 Real Estate is allowing you to chase the American dream. The best part is right now you can invest in this crowdfunding campaign for as little as $200. That's right, $200 up to $10,000. Do it now before the fund is closed. To invest, go to marijuanastock.org. That's marijuanastock.org. Get in the game and get in the game now. Back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.